Nicolas Cage, one of Hollywood's most gifted actors, over $150 million earned and went broke. Mike Tyson, the youngest heavyweight champion in history, made over $400 million and lost nearly every dollar. And Elizabeth Holmes, a Stanford visionary who raised hundreds of millions only to end up in financial ruins. Three brilliant minds, three stories of success turned upside down. How do people this smart still end up broke? Because intelligence protects you from mistakes but not from your emotions. Stay until the end and I'll show you the science-backed habits that flip that pattern forever. We assume intelligence protects us, that knowing better means doing better. But money doesn't respond to logic, it responds to emotions. You can be brilliant, disciplined, even financially educated and still make choices that don't make sense on paper. That's why a straight A student can drown in debt while a college dropout builds an empire. Because money moves with emotions, not equations. There's an invisible pull between fear and desire that shapes every financial decision you make every single day. Take Nicolas Cage, for example. At one point, he owned 15 houses, 2 castles, and even a dinosaur school. Yes, you heard that right. He wasn't being foolish, but he was chasing a feeling, the feeling of success. When the money kept coming in, it felt endless. When it slowed down, he couldn't stop the momentum because when your self-worth depends on your lifestyle, cutting back feels like failure. And here's the thing, we all do this. Maybe not with castles, but with clothes, cars, or the need to keep up. The numbers change, but the psychology doesn't. That's not stupidity, that's psychology. So what actually causes smart people to make emotional money mistakes? Psychology gives us 3 key answers, and each one explains why knowledge alone isn't enough. Number 1, lifestyle inflation. As income rises, our baseline shifts. What once felt luxurious becomes normal. We adapt fast, and our brain gets used to the reward, and suddenly we're chasing the next big hit. Even Nicolas Cage fell into this trap. 15 houses became his new normal. That lifestyle felt like proof that he made it, until it became impossible to sustain. Number 2, emotional spending. Money often becomes our emotional regulator. We spend to escape stress, loneliness, or pressure. Maybe it's scrolling through Amazon after a long day. Not because you need something, but because you need to feel something. The paradox, the more we spend to feel better, the worse we feel long term. What starts as comfortable slowly becomes a cycle of emotional debt. Because it's not a spending problem, it's an emotional awareness problem. Number 3, overconfidence bias. Smart people are especially vulnerable to this one. The brain confuses knowledge with control. We think, I understand money, I'll fix it later. But that illusion of control delays action until it's too late. We don't lose money because we don't know what to do. We lose it because our emotion overrules logic in the moment. So what's the number 1 science-backed habit that actually rewires how your brain handles money? It's called the daily money check-in. 2 minutes a day to reflect on what you spent and how you felt when you spent it. Sounds simple, but that is exactly why it works. Each day, take 2 minutes to look at 1 or 2 spending choices and ask yourself, what emotion was I feeling when I spent this money? Relief, excitement, validation. This isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. Were you buying from frustration, from not feeling enough, or trying to reward yourself? When you start noticing these patterns, something subtle shifts. You begin catching yourself earlier, before emotion takes over. You start separating lifestyle growth from income growth. And here's what the science shows. Every time you reflect, you strengthen the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles long-term planning and self-control. At the same time, you quit the emotional impulse to spend for comfort or validation. 2 minutes a day won't make you rich overnight, but it will make you aware. And awareness is where every financial transformation begins. Because smart people don't go broke because they don't know better. They go broke because they're human. The goal isn't to outthink your emotions, but to understand them. Because mastering money begins with mastering your mind. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, do remember to leave a like or subscribe, because this channel is all about the psychology of money.